Hello, welcome to the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. In this episode, we are going to cover what's happening around Summit County. We got a major new park renovation happening in Frisco, so that's really exciting. Silverthorne, we've got a wonderful listing you don't want to miss, right on the river. And we're going to cover a little piece of history in Silverthorne that has come back to life. So check that out. Plus, we're going to touch on what's happening in our market, and we got a real estate tip for you as well. So stick around, check it out.
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to Ski Summit Show 158. I'm here with Benji. Benji Dawes, my producer. Hey, buddy.
How you doing? Episode 158. Got you by the tongue. Huh?
Man, I'm having a hard time. It's a lot of them, man. We've been doing this for a while, so
yeah, we're almost to 200. That's crazy.
I look forward to this every week, and it keeps me on my toes and fresh of what's going on. So it's good. It's definitely good. So, well, other than a little bit of snow on the ground lately, what's going on in Summit County?
You guys actually got some snow?
We did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, better late than never. But this is typical April weather, so that's good. We like typical.
Well, the first thing we're going to be talking about this week is what's happening in Summit County. It looks like Frisco has okayed something. What is this?
Yeah, so they got a new renovation on the Pioneer Park. It's right on Galena and 6th Street, so right downtown, kind of main hub of Frisco. And what's better than new parks? So looks like they're going to do some court resurfacing for the probably some pickleball and tennis, basketball stuff, bunch of landscaping, canopy, bench, hammock, slack line posts. That's actually going to be kind of fun. I'm going to bring my slack line down there. Some boulders. I don't know if those are for bouldering or just for looking at, but
boulders.
Everybody likes boulders. So boardwalk, walkways, playground equipment. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good addition to Frisco. So I love seeing new stuff like this for families and just things to do.
Very cool. Yeah, I like renovations. We got a ton of parks out here, so I bet that'll look really nice up there.
Yeah, no, that'll be great. So can't have too many parks.
No. All right. Well, that moves us into our listing of the week. Today we're talking about 930 Blue River Parkway.
Yeah, so this one is great condo in the heart of Silverthorne. It's very new, very new. So only a few years old on this one. And the setting, not very often that you can find a property that's on the river up here in Summit County. So this little one-bedroom place is right on the river.
Right on it.
Yeah. So I picture just having that door open all the time.
Yeah.
Listening to that river. So, and flowing away, go out there, do a little fishing out your back door.
Guy across the river listens to like 80s butt metal.
Hey, that's Andrew's favorite.
Is it really? He likes metal and all that?
He loves it. He loves it.
Awesome.
Metallica is his favorite.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one.
So, yeah, but great layout for this one. It's got a little den, and it's very, as you can see, super bright, cool fireplace built in there. Very modern feel, but not like cold modern.
No,
so
it's nice.
It's
got
warm elements in there with the wood colors. That's kind of like a little nook for reading, or you could put a bed in there, give somebody, another little sleeping space. Bunk beds all the way, man.
Bunk beds in every room.
Carport, so a nice carport there with the big storage closet at the end of that, so you could put your kayaks in there if you want, or bikes, whatever you need. So
it's a good looking building too.
It is. Great spot, and it's right in the hub of everything. Walk to restaurants, the brewery, everything's right in there. So, which kind of brings us to the next piece of this little section that we're going to do. Okay. So the little historical piece.
The historical piece. This thing right here.
Yes, the ODI.
ODI.
Yes, Old Dillon Inn is come back to life inside of the Bluebird Market. So it's a building inside of a building.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's been inside the Bluebird Market for a while, but they hadn't had a tenant in it. So now there's a bar in there, and there's a really cool breakfast place, so called Bread and Salt, which they've got a bread and salt in Frisco. We love it. They've got the best food. I love just what they've got. They've got a beets and like goat cheese and hash browns. It's super good. Yeah. So the old DI, so the Old Dillon Inn was actually, they moved this from inside of where current day Lake Dillon is. So this is one of the historical buildings that was moved out of the water basin for Lake Dillon.
So they actually picked it up off the floor and moved it inside?
Well, it's been moved a couple times. So it got moved from where the reservoir is down into Silverthorne. And then, actually, I think maybe they just built the new building around it.
Yeah, they may have.
Yeah. So I think they just built it around it. That's a lot easier than moving it inside.
That little map down there shows this thing and then the play garden. I know we've talked about that before.
Yep, play garden. We just did Anders goes to his behavior therapy, Blue Skies, and they do autism awareness. So they were using the play garden here a couple weeks ago. So we've got another autism awareness event coming up tomorrow, actually. So
this is awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool. So I'm excited to go get a beer there or go get breakfast.
Breakfast beers. I'm down.
Breakfast beer. Start with breakfast. Get something.
Get something in there first.
Absolutely.
We got to get home. All right. Yeah. That brings us to the market in a minute. And it looks like a steady as she goes, which doesn't sound like great news.
So, it's kind of right now, nothing super exciting going on. As we're looking at average days on market, we've certainly, of course, seen that go up over the past couple of years. So we're a little bit higher on the average days on market, up at like 83 for Summit County. But the number of new listings is not cranking up in new listings yet. So anticipate, as we come into the spring months, we'll see a lot more new listings. Active listing inventory staying fairly steady there. Pending, still pretty steady, not huge changes there. Price per square foot, same thing. So I think kind of the theme here that I'm looking at in the trend is not a whole lot of big changes right now, which is actually a good thing for our market. We're not seeing a lot of ups and downs. Interest rates, we're not seeing a lot of ups and downs there. Currently, we're over 6. Right now, we're at 6.3, 6.4, which really, if we see that come under 6, I think we're going to see our buyer demand pick up quite a bit more. I think as we go into the summer months, we're going to see our inventory go up a lot more. So it'll be telling to see what happens here as we go into the summer months, but there's certainly going to be some good negotiations, healthy negotiations between buyers and sellers, which is what we want to see, what's healthy and should be expected in most markets. So certainly always appreciate that when we see that and nobody's getting it handed to them.
Yeah. Well, meh. It's kind of the way I guess you could describe it.
Yeah. There's a little bit. It's overall meh.
We're here.
We're doing our job.
All right. Well, that takes us to our next segment where we're talking about our real estate tip of the week, and it says, "Don't be afraid to make that offer." Why? I don't understand.
Yeah, no. So right now, it's really important to understand days on market. So that's the one thing that people look at, days on market and understanding, okay, this property has been on the market 60, 90, 100 plus, 20 plus days. Why has it been on the market? And don't necessarily be afraid of that property just because it's been on the market for 120 days or heck, 300 days. There's a lot of things that could be the case on that. So understanding days on market, understanding why a property that appears to be a good property and maybe even a good deal might get a stigma. So those are good opportunities and reasons why some properties just started overpriced. And they may have just looked at the market at that time, looked at past sales, thought that maybe they could get more than what was realistic. And so they just sat on the market and didn't get an offer. Some are just kind of unique. So it might just be that right buyer. And if it's a right fit for you, that could be a good opportunity and a good opportunity to get at a good price. So just looking past that if the uniqueness works for you. And sometimes it's just simply poor marketing the first time around. So could have come on, pictures could have been not very good exposure. There's a lot of things that go into the marketing. There's a lot of communications with local agents that help properties get sold. But if people aren't aware of it, which believe it or not, in this day and age with the internet, somehow things get overlooked just because they don't maybe look attractive. That could be part of it. So you can definitely have some leverage negotiation on some of those properties that have been on for a bit. So I would say don't be afraid to make that offer on some of those. Don't be afraid of those properties with the days on market that have been higher.
Do buyers often think that their offer is just going to get them like in trouble or something?
You know, I think people can be nervous to put in an offer that's low, and you got to kind of try to read the room. Your realtor can definitely help with that. Talking to the other agent, the communication piece. There's, sometimes there's motivated sellers, and they're like, yeah, I'm not emotionally attached to this. I got to move on. Other times it's like, this is our, we raised our children here. We did all these upgrades, and you come in with a low ball offer, and they're just like, we don't, talk to the hand. We don't even, we're done with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is important to be able to read the room with some little bit of background information there. So, no.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all we've got for this week's episode.
Awesome. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. Always appreciate the thumbs up, the like, the subscribe. It helps our egos and also helps keep us doing this. So until next time, we hope to see you in the mountains soon, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Take care.